What's up, Planet Earth? Chill Senior here, hanging out with my ONYX RCR. Had this bike for over a year and I love it so much. But 2,600 miles in, got my first slow leak flat. So I'm here with hopefully what's going to be a helpful video for you all, because I'm going to swap out that tube. Let's jump into it. Here's what you're going to need. New tube, some zip ties and snips, tire irons, an air compressor, a torque wrench, 24mm socket, 5mm Allen key, and 10mm wrench. First, we'll start by snipping off the zip ties that are holding the motor cable and rear brake line. Loosen the axle nuts and motor stays so we can disengage the chain. And now the rear tire will be free to move. I like to use a empty pot and two boards as my stand. It makes a convenient spot for the axle rod. It also doubles as a decent seat. I also find it helpful to place a couple 2x4s under the tire. It really helps out when you're putting the tire back on. Alright, let's go. After you cut the zip ties, loosen the axle rods and remove the motor stays, slide the tire forward and disengage the chain. Now make sure to gently work the motor cable on the other side of the pedal, and also take note of where your spacers and washers are. Now we're ready to remove the wheel. Make sure your stand is close enough because you don't want to put any stress on that motor cable. Next, I bled the last of the air from the tube, removed the valve nut, and pressed along the edge of the rim to break the bond between the tire and the rim. Now, using my tire irons, I work across from the valve stem and make my way around the tire. Once you get one side off, you flip it over and rinse and repeat on the other side. Once both sides are free, you can peel the tire right off the rim. Just make sure you peel it off on the opposite side from your motor cable. And set your rim cable side down on your stand and grab your new tube. I like to throw the tire in the sun for a few before attempting to put it back on it. Makes it more of a team player. You need to put a little air in your tube and place it inside your tire. I like to align the valve stem with the PSI suggestions, but that's just me. Then you slide the valve into the hole in the rim, and using the proper replacement tire iron, work your way around the rim from the opposite side of the valve. This time you only need to do one side, but be very careful not to pinch your tube. Take your time, it's worth it. Once you're done, inspect your edges, making sure your tube's not showing, and secure your valve nut. After a quick wipe down, I'm ready to put her back together. Now mind your motor cable and make sure your washer and spacer are in the proper positions, and slide the tire right on. Re-engage the chain, get attacked by a dog, 3/4 tighten the axle nuts and motor stay bolts, check your alignment, and then fill up the tire. Then you'll finish it off by using your torque wrench set at 80 Newton meters on the axle nuts. And last but not least, zip tie that motor cable and brake line in place. Now I'm back in action, baby. Catch me if you can.